Alright, 2004 F150. We're going to do the wheel bearings on it. It's going to kind of walk you through the process so you kind of have an idea of what you're going to get yourself into and see the process of how to do it. First, you obviously got to jack up the truck, take the tire off, put your jack stands under there. Then, I've already got it started. First thing you're going to do is take the brake caliper bracket off. There's just two bolts, one on top and one on bottom. Just take those off and put it aside, and then your next step would be to take your axle nut off on a 2000 F150 four-wheel drive. Came right off the size 36 axle nut socket. Less rust you have, the easier it's going to be. I'm going to go take my dust shield off, and it's pretty much just rusted out, so I'm probably going to have to just cut it off, and I'm just not going to replace it. Truck's 20 years old, so, and it's a summer truck, so it'll be alright. Seems how mine is so completely rusted. I'm just going to put some heat to it before I even attempt to break the bolts free. So before I start heating it up, I'm going to go ahead and clean off all the flaky shit that's on there. So once I got all the flaky rust off, I'll just go ahead and heat the bolts up around the old wheel bearing itself up a little bit, and the bolts up a little bit, just to try to make it easier to get off, because I already know it's going to be hard because it's rusted. And the wheel bearing didn't go bad on this truck because it was old. It actually got hit on the front driver's side and broke the wheel bearing. It's something in there's broke. Pretty much just doing this just to make it easier. I don't know if the bolts are doing it or not, but I don't want to put them out. And also keep it on the crease of the wheel bearing all the way around where, over the years it kind of seized up the spindle. So I don't have to beat on it as much until the bolts are out. Wheel bearing's pretty thick steel, so make sure I get it. Use the bolt, a couple minutes. Alright, so I'm just going to do that one bolt on camera and do repeat the process on all three. And it's a 15mm bolt if you got a 2000 F150. we have it. You can tell just the tips get rusty. That's why I like to heat them up, just to break them free. Once you get all the bolts out, I like to heat up around the edges of it. Don't be like me and forget to take your ABS off. Looks like first little bracket right here feels like an 8mm. Thankfully it wasn't rusted too bad because it popped right off. That would have sucked to have to break it. And you just kind of follow the line up and undo it all the way up to wherever it's plugged in at. Mine was pretty easy. It was just hanging right there. Don't ever hit your CV axle right here with a hammer. You don't want to mess them threads up. That would suck. So I like to just put this on here flush. Make sure it's loose. I don't know if you could tell on the camera, but it was moving back and forth, so let me know it was loose. It's definitely coming loose everywhere besides on the bottom. There it goes. Right now that we got the old one off, it's pretty much the repeat process to put it back together. Obviously, pretty easy. Took me maybe half hour to get the old one off. That's just because, you know, I slowed down and heated it up. Make sure I didn't strip the bolts. Got new wheel bearing right here from Detroit Axle. Detroit Axle parts. I love them. They come fast. I haven't had any fail on me. I've been ordering them from there forever. Ford parts, Dodge parts. And I only live a couple hours from Detroit, so I always get my parts within a day or two. always an iffy thing ordering stuff off eBay, but Detroit Axles never let me down. Use a new wheel bearing. Cleanest thing on the truck. So I like to just put a little bit of axle grease on here, let it all slide in there good. I put it around the edges, make sure it slides in evenly. Grease it all up and bolt it up. Then you're good to go. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, especially if you got within this year range Ford, because I'm sure I'll be working on this old beater all the time throughout the summer.